shift in what we're seeing as far as the species especially, but maintaining that incredible abundance that we can have in these places. The king penguin and this extraordinary coloration they have, and the abundance that they arrived in South Georgia, really the stronghold of their species. Seal species, this is the adolescent elephant seal. Very unlikely that we would see adult males this time of year, as the breeding season is long over and they've gone back out to sea.
This is all about
For example,
seals.
I'd like to call in our two passengers wearing their passenger life jackets and looking. You might receive a briefing from Solon. With awareness, keeping your voices low, to move through an area of fur seals up toward the life jacket bag without stopping or taking photos.
Don't worry, Nikki, I've got your back.
Thanks! Great stance, Jamie, great stance. Jamie's made her territory clear. Nick is getting the ultimate shot. In this instance, should she want to get low and take photos from a different angle, her buddy also has awareness and has her back. Thank you, lady. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Many fur seals who are a little bit more relaxed and quiet and separated from each other. Resist the urge to run. Resist the urge to run. Confidence and body language is key. Even for smaller humans, our confidence and body language is key. Male fur seal bulls and younger individuals have a habit. And we urge you, please do not run. Please do. Lots of bluff charging can be the reality. Just, you're doing a great job. Your own personal territory. You're not hitting the fur seal. It can also be used as an extension of herself. Maybe pointed out or pointed out. Low voices.
Move with awareness and have low voices.
I will always use the buddy system.
I will always use the buddy system.
I will stand my ground.
I will stand my
I will
ground.
resist the urge to run.
I will resist the urge to run.
Confidence.
We'll be at breakfast time tomorrow, as we're also moving into that zone, getting closer and closer to Shag Rocks, likely around later afternoon. 5-ish, we should be on approach to Shag Rocks. And, you know, hours before that, be outside, take opportunities you can to be outside. There's all sorts of seamounts and weird underwater topography.
Shag Rocks is an isolated set of 6 prominent jagged-peaked islands that are approximately 150 million years old and home to thousands of blue-eyed shags. Bit of excitement in a fairly boring day. We are the yellow penguins.
Of a shadow in the fog off the starboard side.
Yeah, that's
Incredible
shag.
environmental portrait. Hues from gray to gray. The shag rock off of our starboard side, almost near 3 o'clock.
Use your imagination, folks. You can smell the guano. You can't see it, but you can smell it.
There are also albatross among the blue shags. Albatross in between.
Those are albatross
The
and
albatross
shags. It's red albatross. There we go. Oh my God. That one is a closer one. Look at that. It's a blue whale. There it is. I think it's an albatross. It was a blue whale.
Yeah, not too
saw the whale, but I sure didn't see that.
Shag rocks, continuing to make our way as weather's behind us, but good weather ahead of us, at least as forecasted. And we anticipate being within view of the island of South Georgia around sunrise. And the forecast is similar to this morning, though as you saw later in the morning, a full thick blanket of sea fog moved in. So, visibility from now on is going to be a gamble. So tonight we're going to carry on around to the exquisite steep-walled fjord of Fortuna Bay. And we're going to be there hopefully in time to drop the anchor in twilight and have a nice restful sleep at anchor. We will do an excursion there first thing in the morning. Fortuna Bay has a beautiful and condensed king penguin colony that is in the midst of some old glacial moraines that enable us to, in very straightforwardly, kind of walk up a little bit and just get a very nice view over the top of the penguin colony. That's one of the great features of this site. We're going to see fur seals every day, probably many times a day, so be prepared for your fur seal encounters tomorrow morning as well.
There are more king penguins and fur seals on shore. But Steve and I didn't go on shore today. Figured the approximately 250,000 king penguins yesterday was sufficient. Fortuna Bay lies on the central north coast of South Georgia. This fjord is 6K, or 3.7 miles long, and leads to the rugged interior of the island. The bay was named after Carl Larsen's boat Fortuna, a whale catcher that operated out of the first permanent whaling station at Grytviken in 1904-1905. Shackleton and his two men descended Breakwind Ridge to the west of the Fortuna Bay, crossed the beach at Whistle Cove, and continued east toward the whaling station on the final leg of their island crossing.